Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I'm going to go ahead and go through vintage top baseball cards in my collection, kind of my favorites that I have kind of pulled out. I don't know, I kind of just grabbed some stuff that was randomly sitting around, and the ones I liked I kind of pulled out and kind of went from there. Like, a lot of stuff here. I don't know, I'm going to go pick and kind of go through them. But put this card in here just because I think it's one of the most underrated cards out there. But it's this Griffey Bellingham Mariners from 87 and a 9. This card's doubled since I picked it up. I really like this card. This is one that I definitely want to get signed in the future. I think it would just look pretty sick if it was signed. Maybe like in red paint ink or something like that. Or not red, but yellow across there. I don't know. We'll see. I have a bunch of Tiffany cards I was going to show you guys, but we're just going to skip those. I'm not really going to get into too many other than this one. This is a Don Mattingly Tiffany in a 9. Super tough card. Got a steal on this back in the day, so glad to have that. My very first PSA sub, I sent this card in along with a Boggs. The Boggs got a 9, but Sandberg got a 10. So I was like, man, this PSA stuff is so easy. And I was completely wrong, because pulling something like this is extremely difficult. And being a first-time submitter, I was even surprised I was able to pull this. But the card is pretty beautiful overall. One of my favorites in my collection. And super excited that I got a 10. Got this Yogi Berra 48 Bowman with a 5 MC. It's definitely miscut, you can see that. But the card is pretty sweet overall. Sharp corners and everything. Just a little bit of the next guy sitting there on the right, but that's okay. One of my favorite players, Pee Wee Reese. It's a 41 play ball. This is like his true rookie card. And a 3.5. So 5'10", 162. So not a really big dude at all. Got the Warren Spahn 48 Bowman in a 2.5. This guy had a bunch of stuff listed, and they were all raw, and I was a little nervous because I didn't know if they were legit or not. And so I had bought this one, and I kind of let the other ones go way cheaper than I thought. There was a ton of stuff in there from 48 Bowman, 48 Leaf, some stuff like that. I should have bought it all, but I didn't. Lou Brock in a 5.5. It's probably one of my least favorite cards, actually. Roger Maris in a 5.5. Love that card. Warren Spahn in a 5.5. So the Pee Wee Reese 53 color. Love this card. It's like one of the first in-action poses, which I think is pretty cool. That's my Nolan Ryan in a 3.5. So this will get signed eventually here. So I'll be cracking this out eventually. Thought about trying to buy like a 3 or a 2.5 to do it, but I'll probably end up just doing that one. Got a 4.5 Al Kaline. So love this card. One of my favorite cards. Was gonna crack this and get it signed, but unfortunately when he passed, I missed that opportunity. And I was a little nervous to crack it at a 4.5 anyway, because that thing is taken off since I bought it. Warren Spahn is the 48 Leaf. Probably one of my favorite cards. Just love the photography and or artwork, however you want to look at it. And the colors, the way the cards are. Super cool. Imagine opening a pack of that. It would have been fantastic. Harmon Killebrew in a 7. So this is a super high grade for this card. This definitely gives it the premium. But really clean. I remember buying this card. This guy had a bunch of vintage, and I'd bought some off of him, and he said, hey, I have this card and another one. I'll sell them to you. at this price. And I was like, okay. And he's like, in 2 years, they'll be worth twice what I was selling them to you for. It's like, all right, I'll take that chance. And lo and behold, these are probably more than twice what I paid for them. So super stoked to grab those. Here's the other card that he was talking about. It's the Rod Carew in a 7.5. So that's a pretty big card. I won't be slapping this one out of the case. No, I won't snap that for an autograph. I'll have to buy another one. This is the Ernie Banks in a 4. So super stoked when I was able to pick this one up. The next card I got raw in Monroeville, Pennsylvania at the mall at a card show. I was with my buddy, and this is probably back in the early 2000s. And I had a Eddie George number 02007, so his jersey number, and an A-Rod rookie and a Plaxico Burress and a couple other things. And so I traded that with a little bit of cash for this item. And I think it was a great opportunity at the time, and I think it's even turned out way better for me. But that's this Pete Rose in a 5.5. Super stoked when I sent this into PSA and it came back at 5.5. So this has done really well for me overall. Love the card. I'm not a huge multiplayer card, but something with the Pete Rose is just iconic the way it is. Sandy Koufax. This is a 4.5. Love this card. 55 is probably one of the coolest baseball card years. Clemente in a 3. Super excited to grab this. I mean, the surface is fantastic on this card. Other than being miscut a little bit, I mean, it's just a beautiful, beautiful card. And, you know, for a 3, it's fantastic. The only downside with this card is this is the card I purchased instead of buying the LeBron James 2003 Topps Chrome Refractor that in a 9, which is probably sitting around $20-some thousand now, and this card has maybe went up a couple $100 since I bought it. So yeah, bad investment opportunity there that I missed out on, but it's okay. I mean, this is definitely a PC item, and we can all have those. Wish I would have done this, wish I would have done that. You look at all the Giannis cards, for instance. Alright, my last vintage card in my collection I'm going to show off is going to be this T206 Cy Young bare hand shows in a 3. So this card's done really well too. This was like maybe a $300 pickup when I bought it. So super, super cool card. So yeah guys, that's my vintage baseball that I wanted to show off. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and look forward to more. Later.